Man killed in alleged shootout with police was mentally challenged, says angry residents. Residents of Galloway Road, Kingston 13, have charged that there is no truth to the police report of a shootout that left a 33-year-old man from their community dead Friday night, instead describing his killing as a murder. Residents identified the deceased as Joel McFarlane, also called Speedometer. They say he was mentally challenged, a former resident of Bellevue Hospital. One shot to his head, they mask up the little youth innocently. The police say it's a shootout, but only 3 shots were fired. They say it's a shootout, and they find a gun where? Questioned a female resident holding a bulge bag of what she said was McFarlane's medication as she stood just outside his door. Joel didn't fire a shot. You can't go around and tell Joel a certain way. He's afraid of those things. He doesn't like violence, she said, pointing to the spot where she cleaned his blood off his doorstep just after the incident. The resident claimed that McFarlane had just returned home from a setup in the neighboring community when officers knocked on his door, and upon his exit, they shot him. The residents described Joel as a well taken care of by his family, who would regularly buy him his groceries and new clothes, and said he was trusted around the community to purchase food for residents. A male resident who said he witnessed the event told reporters that the officers he saw were dressed in jeans and masks with no visible badge. I saw 3 of them going from yard to yard, so I went into my yard and stood underneath my mango tree. I heard 3 shots. Community residents were incensed by the killing and took to protesting on the weekend. The male resident said the shooting has damaged their relationship with the police. It's going to bring a bad vibes with the police. We're not going to respect them. We're not going to rate them like how we used to see them and rate them up, you understand? Because this is an innocent man. Trelawney cops seeking driver involved in fatal hit-and-run accident. The Trelawney police are searching for the driver of a white Toyota Hiace bus suspected to be involved in a fatal hit-and-run on Saturday evening along the Hammersmith roadway in the parish. The victim has been identified as 61-year-old landscaper Balford Green, also called Lou, of Balwind, D-side, Trelawney address. Reports from the police are that about 7 p.m., Green was walking on the left side of the road in Hammersmith roadway when he was mowed down by a vehicle. He sustained multiple injuries and was rushed to the Falmouth General Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Based on debris found at the scene, police believe the left front section of the vehicle sustained damage in the crash. The cops are urging the driver or anyone else with information to come forward. Over 100,000 residents and businesses in St. Elizabeth and Manchester to benefit from a stronger, more reliable water system. Over 100,000 residents of businesses in St. Elizabeth and Manchester are set to benefit from a stronger, more reliable water system. This as multi-billion-dollar project in gutters, running and middle quarters were commissioned in service on Friday. The Pepper to Gutters transmission project is a key component of the $4 billion Greater Mandeville Water Supply Improvement Project. With an investment in over $300 million, this phase includes the installation of 6 kilometers of 24-inch desiccant iron pipeline to enhance water distribution from wells to relief stations supplying Mandeville. At Gutters, 5 new pumps to push water through a 24-inch pipeline to the pumping station were installed, ensuring a stronger and more reliable water supply for thousands of residents. Phase 3 of the Middle Quarters Project Pipeline in St. Elizabeth was also commissioned. This $24 million investment extends the water supply by 1 kilometer, benefiting many households. Prime Minister Andrew Holness noted that with all 3 phases commissioned, the government is delivering reliable water access and improving lives. The Prime Minister said the government has fulfilled its promise to the people at funding by finally providing water to them.
So the government's task in the provision of water, based upon the expectations, the legitimate expectations of the people, is not just to pull the water out of the ground or out of the river, that is the production of potable and irrigable water supply, which we have done looking at the old Pepper to Gutters, what we call the Greater Mandeville Water Supply Project, which an element of that would have been to create a new well and rehabilitate the existing well, put in new pumps and various other sensors and systems to manage those pumps so that they don't go down and to regulate the electricity supply, and then to put in some very huge ductile iron pipes. I believe these would be 24 inches in diameter, so they are this wide, and we will pump water from Pepper, and that water will be pumped up Spur Tree and go to a relief station, which will then pump further into central Manchester and northwest Manchester. In as much as we are providing these solutions, we are very sensitive, and we are very careful that as we do these large capital works, these multi-billion-dollar projects, and we are moving water from certain communities, that the community from which we are moving the water is not deprived of water themselves. So in the lovely community of Runit, which is where the wells have been dug for this massive Greater Mandeville Water Supply Project, we have also spent 8 million Jamaican dollars to put in a 1.5 kilometer 2-inch water main to ensure that the people in that community have water running past their gate, and if they choose to become a customer of the NWC, which I think all of them will be, that they can have water in their kitchen and in their shower. So that community is now served with water. And we are here now in middle quarters to commission the installation of pipelines.
Frome Police Station in Westmoreland officially opened. The Frome Police Station in Westmoreland was officially opened. Construction was done at a cost of $200 million with funding from the National Housing Trust following the groundbreaking ceremony 3 years ago. The facility will provide a more comfortable working and living environment for members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF so that they can better serve the community of Frome and surrounding areas. Speaking at the handing over of the facility, Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake said the station should be seen as a symbol of the JCF's commitment to fighting crime.
So I trust that the unveiling of this building is seen as a statement of commitment to the people of Westmoreland, a symbol of our duty to the safety of the communities it serves, and a promise that law enforcement will continue to evolve to meet the needs of these communities. So for some time now, the citizens of Frome and surrounding areas have expressed concerns about the need for more suitable policing infrastructure. And today, we take a significant step forward in addressing these concerns. This modern facility will enhance the efficiency of our police officers, improve their working conditions, and provide a more welcoming space for community engagement. I want to take this opportunity to urge community members to view this police station not just as a police station that you come and report crime, but also as a center for partnership, a center for trust and problem solving. To the citizens of Frome, please see it as your own to work with the officers stationed here and to build strong relationships that will help to prevent crime and maintain peace.
Rhythm of Africa to honor Ken Booth. As a budding musician in the 1960s, Willie Stewart backed Ken Booth in what was one of his first big gigs. On April 26 to 27, the veteran drummer will direct a band of the Rhythm of Africa show which salute the influential singer. Booth, who turned 77 on March 22nd, is one of the performers of the popular event which Stewart has staged in South Florida since 2010. The two shows take place in Mimar Cultural Center. My memories of working with Ken goes back to when I was 16, the youngest member of the Baron Lee and the Dragonaires at Caribbean Theatre. The honor to back up Ken on stage as a drummer was like a feeling of joy, a great achievement Stewart recalled. The show took place during the late 1960s when Booth was hitting his strides as an artist, thanks to hit songs like Puppet on a String, Just Another Girl, and Say You. Stewart, born in London, joined the Dragonaires while still at Wilmer's Boys High School. Although Booth was just a few years older, he remembers the singer making a big impression on him. His singing was so unique and distinct. His songs touch our lives as they easily relate to our everyday life, and his skill of writing songs was a testament to his amazing talent, said Stewart, best known for his 22 years as a member of the Third World. Since the inception of Rhythms of Africa, he was honored several stalwarts of Jamaican music, including guitarist Stephen Cathcart and keyboardist Abel Cooper, his colleagues in Third World. Last year's show featured Etana and Barbadian soca artist Alyssa Hines. Rhythms of Africa 2025 will be held under the theme Music to My Ears. It has Hudson-based Nigerian violinist Demola as headliner. A rising star, his son in the blended of Afrobeats, pop and reggae. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.